Hello everyone, today I am playing Josh Utter-Leyton's Boros list from the top 8 of Pro Tour Dragon's Maze, since Dragon's Maze is now online. And this is actually his exact 75, I didn't change a single card, mainly because it's very well tuned. It's about like what you'd expect: Chainwalkers, Firefish Strikers, Burning Tree Emissaries, off 2s, a bunch of 1-drops, some frontline medics. That's actually the only interesting point in talking about this deck list. I've seen a lot of people online that play Boros. They'll either play 4 medics, basically this deck, unchanged, but they'll either have 4 medics in the main deck and 4 reckoners on the board, or the other way around. I prefer medics in the main deck, because medic and loyalist pretty much steamrolls every deck. It's a very good game 1. And reckoner is pretty situational. Like most of the games, it'll only be a 3/3 for 3. That's very good in creature mirrors that aren't green creature mirrors. Like if they have green creatures, Boros Reckoners didn't do that much, because usually they just control the entire game, and there's never a point where you can like block a worm token and 5 them for lethal. So medic's a little better there, as it allows you to keep attacking into them over and over again game 1 till they die, and then game 2 you can sideboard out and sideboard in the Reckoners if you want, because medic doesn't do very much against that deck. But against like control, Reckoner does absolutely nothing. So 3/3 for 3 frontline medics is much better, because it allows you to not counter their Sphinx's Revelations, but stop them from playing them early until they can remove the medic from the board, which has come up a few times and it's pretty good. Legion's Initiative is the only Dragon's Maze addition to this deck. It's basically an enchantment that pumps up your red creatures, gives them a point of power, and it gives your medics a point of toughness instead of a point of power. It can also, most importantly, you can pay 2 mana and exile it to flash or blink your creatures away until the beginning of next combat, in which case they come back into play with haste. So you can blink them away from like a Wrath or something, removal spells, in order to save your team. And there's another one in the sideboard in case you're playing against a Wrath heavy deck. But generally, game 1, you just use it as an anthem that can blink away your team if you need to. First Blades are generally for matchups where you need to be faster than your opponent. That's small green mirrors where you can like overrun their Centaur tokens. It's also very good against control decks. Electricity, obviously, against small aggro decks. You can burn out their creatures. Reckoner is only good against creature mirrors, is not good against control at all. You have a rest in here specifically for Boros Reckoner, because your deck actually just kind of folds to it, but also some problematic creatures in the format, like the Virals, I think his name is, the 2/2 that gives all your creatures scavenge and the regenerate. You can lock him down. It stops him from like attacking and blocking you using his regenerate ability, which is very annoying for this deck. It does not stop his scavenging. And Active Treason, just to turn the tide of combat against creature mirrors, sometimes against control if they're like do nothing into like Nimbus or something. But generally, you only board this in against red mirrors. And that's the deck. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. Oh, I guess I should explain the Temple Gardens, because a lot of people I noticed during the Pro Tour were asking about them. It's pretty self-explanatory. Since it's a Boros deck, you need white sources, but you can't play plains that much, because all of these cards are just like super red intensive. And you play Temple Garden so you can have a plain source that can cast Burning Tree Emissary. That's all it's there for. So you can play like Mountain and then Temple Garden, and that gives you a chance to play Burning Tree Emissary on turn 2, and still be able to play a Boros Charm or a Medic on turn 3. But that's it. I noticed a few people were like in the Twitch chat, which is not the most reputable source of players, but everyone was like, why is he playing a Temple Garden? He has no green cards in his sideboard. And yep, that's it. So going on to the daily now. Wish me luck.